What's good? Welcome to Thanks for Asking, a video podcast that's really low quality until we can afford a budget to make it better.
Until we get real human jobs. So, I mean, this is the first episode of whatever it is we're doing. So forgive us for the quality.
Yep.
And if it's weird.
I'm going to not shuffle the pillow right beside the microphone. Listen, we're beginners. It's fine. So yeah, thanks for asking. Pretty much, we're just going to steal other people's Q&A questions and then answer them better.
If I can.
So do you want to start deep or super shallow?
I don't know, man.
I have a list of questions.
Sorted from deep or super shallow?
No, it's all kind of random. I have to read through them.
Whatever you feel.
Let's go seasonal, dude. Let's talk about your favorite winter activities.
Favorite winter? I don't really... Well, living in Canada, going outside is a pain in the ass.
That's true.
So, like, I don't know. I went skiing, like, a few times when I was a kid, and I don't think I like it.
No. My dad tried to get me to learn how to go skiing.
I don't know why
how to go skiing. Wow, is this an emotional topic for you? I'm so
The winter
sorry.
really hits me hard. No, I think I did... I'm just remembering that I had skiing lessons as a child.
Really?
Yeah. I went with, like, this girl who was my best friend in the early grades of elementary school. And our instructor, his name was Jonathan. I remember now. It was like, yeah.
That's pretty rad.
I just remember pizza french fry.
Yeah?
I don't think I was any good. And I think my school used to have ski days, and I would always, like, forget how to ski and have to, like, reteach myself from the bunny hill.
Yep.
Same thing with skating days. I'm not, like, excited for, like, winter sport, you know? My favorite thing to do in the winter is, like, to, like, be in a warm house with, like, maybe, like, a hot cocoa.
Agreed.
A good book.
Well, I don't read, but...
You don't read?
I mean...
You're not a reader.
No.
I'm a big reader. I didn't know that about you.
Yeah. I mean, okay, I can read if I, like, find something that I'm into. Like,
Well,
I like The Hitchhiker's Guide. I read all those books.
But how are you going to find something that you're into if you don't try to read other things?
I don't know. I have such a hard time, like, looking at a piece of paper and trying to focus on what the words are saying. Like, I don't have a good enough imagination to, like, ooh, put yourself in the story. It's like I'm just looking at words and then I have to try to, like, figure out what they're saying at me.
Yeah, I don't know how to respond.
I'm sorry. But yeah, when it comes to skiing.
Back to skiing.
I remember...
Your dad tried to make you do it?
Yeah, when I was, like, a couple times when I was, like, maybe 5 and 6 years old, we went up to wherever a good ski place is. Usually the one in Barrie, because I have family in Barrie.
I never went to a good ski place. I went to the OK one. You know the one that's nearby where we live right now?
Is that Horseshoe?
No.
Is Horseshoe the OK one?
Uplands.
Oh. What is that?
It's like, you know where the Licks used to be? And now it's a symposium off Yonge? I'm, like,
yes,
telling everyone where we live. Yeah, it's, like, down the street from there. It's, like, golf and ski. And the ski hills are not that great. Actually, I think one time I went on a black diamond. Like, when
we
it was,
have
like,
hills big enough in this area to go skiing?
Yeah.
I did not know that.
It's, like, really close by. But I think one time at, like, a school ski trip, I totally cut off your story. I'm so sorry.
It's fine.
But, I decided, I think the hills that I normally go on were closed for some reason. And all my friends are good skiers and snowboarders at the time. I don't know why. And so, like, I was like, well, I already came up here. And all my friends were like, well, we're going to do the Black Diamond, which is, if you don't ski, a horrible, very hard one.
If you don't ski, you're probably thinking cheese, which is immediately what my mind goes
If you're
to when
Canadian and
people
don't
say-
ski, then you're thinking cheese.
When people say Black Diamond, even if I know it's a ski hill, like, cheese still.
For real. I like
Branding is strong.
Whoo, Black Diamond. But yeah, I was like, I already came all the way up here, and I didn't realize that maybe I could just take the lift back down. I was like, I guess there's no other way to go back down except to, like, fling myself down this huge steep hill. And I ate shit, my dog. It was bad. So yeah, I mean, what's your favorite winter? I mean,
well, okay, so I never liked skiing
Yeah.
because I'm not good at anything that involves, like, me being aware of my own safety. Like, anything
okay, yeah.
that, like, not good at that. So skiing when I was younger did not go well. And then, like you said, school trips, we'd go up to, like, wherever the one. I don't remember the names of anything. We'd go up skiing.
Do you guys do skating also?
Skating. I think we did one in like grade 5.
Yes. I think we did a lot. I mean, my school. Sorry for cutting you off again. My school is like literally right next to community center, so we just
that makes
walked.
sense. Yeah. No, ours was like a trip.
Yeah, you went to a weird school.
I went to a lot of weird schools, but that's a completely different
different
topic.
video.
But yeah, so I think like grade 6 or something, we had a ski trip, and I decided I would go snowboarding instead because I had never done snowboarding before.
Ooh, choices.
Yeah, it was not a good one. I mean, we had a lot of fun though. I'm pretty sure. Okay, when we went, I'm pretty sure at the beginning of the day we were told that like with the school trip we had like booked like group lessons with someone and we were like supposed to meet them at a certain time. But then I think the group that I was with, we got very confused at where we were supposed to meet at a certain time. So by the time we like got to the hill or whatever, we were like, well, there's no instructor here. We don't really know what we're doing, but we have the band that we can go up on the hill. So we just kind of like did our own thing and we like went up the whatever and snowboarded down and did not have a good time. Literally saw one of my friends turn too much and flip over herself, and she was like stuck with her snowboard hanging in the air and like her head down. That was terrifying. So then yeah, every other year that we did ski trips, I never went skiing or snowboarding. I would just go tubing instead.
That's fun. I never did that.
Really? Oh my god, it was so good. We went like I did so many times.
Sledding as a child.
Yeah,
but
no, like
we should do that this winter. It's gonna snow real soon.
I'd be so down. I think it was like grade 7 or 8 we went tubing, and it was me and like 6 dudes because all of us were just like not down for skiing. So it was kind of weird because it was like whoever was skiing or snowboarding, it's like you'd go for lessons, you'd have the hills, you'd do everything. It was like this big group together. It was like, we're all doing it. And then whoever was tubing, it's like, okay, there's 10 of us and we're on the other side of the like venue, and it was like completely separate.
I just hung in the chalet for real.
Yeah. Oh my god, the time I went snowboarding, the helmet got stuck to my hair.
Oh my god.
Like I had a huge knot in the back of my helmet, so I had to spend like an hour sitting in the chalet with all my teachers like detangling my hair out of the helmet. But when we went tubing another time with all those dudes, we started something called the Fat Run of Fun, where we would get the heaviest ones of us to sit in the same tube, so we would try to go down the hill as fast as possible, because it was like, the way they had it, it was like this really big hill, and at the end of it, there was this little slope that went up, and then a big net. So the ultimate goal was to hit the net. Yeah. Because usually you'd like get to the bottom, you'd slide up, you come back down. But it was like we decided that we would get all the heaviest ones out of all of us to go on the tubes at the same time and do this Fat Run of Fun and see how far we could get and if any of us could hit the net. And I don't think we ever did.
You're triggering
But it was like a whole day of
You're triggering a lot of winter memories.
Just like run up a hill, slide back down. Run up the hill, slide back down.
That sounds so good. No, you're literally triggering so many winter memories I haven't thought of in such a long time.
Share.
Like one of them was back to the skiing thing. I think this was from the lessons.
Yeah.
But like basically at the end of like the easiest hill was like it was like the chalet was there, so they had like a little fence type situation, but it wasn't like a hard fence. You know those like
a chain link fence?
No, it wasn't chain. It was like not paper.
Oh,
but...
like I thought of like that like orange plastic stuff.
That's what it is.
Okay.
That's what it is.
Because you were like paper. I was like
No, not paper. It was orange plastic. I just didn't know how to say it for some reason.
Like what they wrap oranges in.
No.
Okay.
But anyways, doesn't really matter. The point is that it wouldn't hurt me.
Yeah.
But it's there for you to be like, stop, don't go past here because, you know, there's people walking.
Yeah.
I remember coming down the hill, I had like a good run. I don't know who was waiting for me. I think it could have been either my mom, my friend's mom, or maybe even like our instructor. But I came down the hill and there was like a good like distance from the end of the hill to like where you like shouldn't ski because there are people standing. And I just kept going and I kept going. And normally like you would just turn and then by the time you got to like the fenced area.
Yeah, there was this weird part where you have to turn.
You would turn and then you could go back around to the ski lift.
Yeah.
No. I was like, no.
Yeah.
And I just, as slow as possible, just kept going straight, and just went right into the fence and fell backwards. And it was like, I was being watched by, I don't remember who, but somebody that I know. And like, you could just see the moment in their eyes where they're like, she's not turning. And then, yeah, another thing I remembered is like, did you ever have to walk to school?
No. I like... Kind of. The first school I went to, I was close enough that I could walk, but I went to a daycare that I had to bus from instead. And then the second school I went to, it was only if it was ever like a nice day. It was like a 20-minute walk, so it wasn't like a regular thing.
Yeah, I lived like 2 minutes away from my elementary school.
Yeah.
So I would walk, and my mom would make me wear, like, obviously snow pants and, like, the whole, like, winter garb.
Yeah.
And I would be so embarrassed because I would walk into school and, like, your pants are so big and, like, hefty that they would rub up on each other.
Yeah.
So as you're walking down the hallway, like, in front of everyone, it's like... And I just thought about that, and I was like, why was I so embarrassed? I mean, I was, like, the only one most of the time wearing snow pants because everyone was, like, at that stage too cool for snow pants.
Oh, I was for sure too cool for snow pants, like, most of my teen and preteen
No, this
years.
was, like, yeah, this was, like, elementary school.
Yeah.
In high school, I didn't wear snow pants because I didn't go outside. But, like, yeah, elementary school, like, grade 6, 7, 8, me just going through the hallways, and, like, sometimes you would put your snow pants on and not your jacket yet because you weren't ready.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, you would still, like, you're like, oh, I have to do this thing. So you would, like, walk back to the classroom and your pants were, like, through the hallway and everyone's, like, looking at you and you're like, I know I'm wearing snow pants. My mom made me.
There were so many
but
times.
looking back now, like, I was warm, you know?
Yeah, true. There were so many times where I was, like, the too cool for snow pants kid, and then I would, like, go out for lunch with my friends in high school, and I would come back and my pants and my socks and everything I was wearing were soaking wet, and I was uncomfortable the rest of the day, but I was like, too cool for snow pants.
I made my mom, I think, like, near the end, buy me, like, the thin ones.
Oh,
that are just,
yeah.
like, the layer
The
that you
slush
put
pants.
on top. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Lame. Yeah, I had, like, the snow pants, like, match my jacket. It was, like, a whole look.
Yeah.
Winter. Am I right?
Wow. I love Canada. There was one time in high school, speaking of no snow pants, it was like, I think it was a snow day, because like, there were a good like 2 or 3 feet of snow on the ground, and my friend and I, neither of us brought lunches for some reason, so we were like, oh, we'll just walk to Tim Hortons. It was like a 15-minute walk to go to Tim Hortons and come back, and like everyone thought we were insane because first of all, we had come to school in the first place when it was a snow day.
Yeah.
And then second of all, everyone was like, it's freaking freezing and there's like 3 feet of snow outside. Like, you're not going to walk to Tim Hortons. And we were like, yeah, we'll see you guys in half an hour. So we walked to Tim Hortons and we came back and I had to like, I think I spent the rest of the day walking around without my boots on because I had like fake Uggs or something that got soaking wet. So because it was a snow day, no one really cares. Like, classes only had 6 people in them. So I just walked around in my socks all day, and then one of my teachers was like, oh, I went to Tim Hortons at lunch. I could have drove you guys. And I was like, well, it's a little late now.
Thanks for telling me now.
Yeah.
Yeah, my high school never had snow days. I think we had 1 snow day in
We had
like the
a couple.
4 years that like I went there. Obviously it's high school.
Well, my high school had a lot of like school buses that would pick people up because so many people lived from like way outside of the area that it was like there were enough people who took school buses in that when it was a snow day, it was a snow day.
No, my school just refused, and I remember like the days where you're like wishing it's a snow day and every other school is closed except for my school. I just stopped going. I used to just be like, fuck it, like I'll make it my own snow day, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's fair.
One time, actually, we only have a few minutes left to talk, but I just thought, this has nothing to do with the winter at all, but just a wild story from my high school. One time, when I was in grade 10, we were in homeroom, we did the whole class. It's my first class of the day.
Mm-hmm.
And there's like an announcement, like, keep everybody in your classes past the bell. We're like, what the hell, why? We're all sitting there packed up, and I like made a joke. And I was like, it's a bomb threat, LOL. And it was actually a bomb threat.
Oh my god!
So like they kept us in for a while, and then we eventually found out there was a bomb threat, and they were like, they evacuated the whole school into the parking lot of the church next door. Which I don't know why that makes any sense because, like, we're still right there.
Yeah.
We were waiting, like, for hours and hours and hours, and I was like, they're never gonna, like, take us back into the school. Like, they're never gonna decide that it's clear or anything. We're just standing here wasting our time.
Yeah.
And I, like, got fed up, and I, like, texted my mom. I was like, I'm going home. And I just, like, walked home, like, we weren't supposed to leave.
Well, yeah, because your teachers have to make sure you're all accounted for.
Yeah, I left.
Wow.
I left, I think it was, like, after, I don't know if I even told the teacher that I left. I was just, like, I went home and I watched, like, 21 Jump Street. And then the next day I was, like, is there gonna be school? Because, like, the whole day, like, nobody went to classes. That was it.
Yeah.
And then I don't remember if the next day there was school or not. I think they were like, yeah, come to school. Everything's fine. Nothing's gonna happen. We get to school, and they're like, I think first period passed and everything was fine, but then by the time we get to second period, they like locked down again.
Oh my god.
And we were like, "Are you joking?"
Like, the guys spend the night here?
So we were like, "What's happening?" And like my teacher was one of my favorite teachers, and he was like, "Yeah, this is ridiculous. I'm sorry." And we ended up just being sent home early. Of the whole school evacuated, sent home early. Third day they were like, "Yep, no school, no school."
Oh my gosh.
Fourth day they were like, "Yeah, we don't." They're like, "Come back." I think there might have been another lockdown. I just decided not to go to school that day because I was like, "It's a mess." But it turns out the reason why this whole thing had happened was somebody from like, not my high school, from a different high school.
Yeah.
I think he was like in grade 9. Didn't want to do a test or an exam at his school. So he called and put a bomb threat on our school. Which I don't understand the logic, and nobody understands the logic, but I mean, I got like, it was a mess.
Wow. What?
Yeah.
Now I'm just trying to think what that kid was thinking. Like, did he assume that every school in the area would have to close if one school was having a problem?
I don't know. Maybe he thought like, oh, if someone's gonna bomb, they get threatened. It's like less of a big deal here, but we still like don't have to do it.
That
It's flawed logic. But
you know, you try to put yourself in other people's shoes. You know, everyone's a person. Everyone's an individual. People make mistakes. But sometimes you just... Well, how did that thought process make any sense?
I don't know. But my timer has gone off. And with that, we end our first podcast.
Because apparently my camera doesn't record for longer than 20 minutes. So these are going to be short and sweet and manageable. You're welcome. Thank you.
For asking.
Wow, that was good.